The game is grindy. 12 is grindy. It's boring. The story's confusing. There's too much dialogue right up at the when they're like reading history to you, and they're just telling you things. And there's a bunch of stuff that you just like. It just makes the game like its backstory, its setup, and it is good-ish, but it's hard to pay attention to, and it's like that's the problem. It's like not that like, oh, it just sucks. It's just like. It reminds me so much of Star Wars Episode 1 and 2 and 3, like the prequels, where it's like, they're just like talking politics stuff, and it's just hard to pay attention to what the hell they're talking about. It's just hard, and it's very Star Wars. Yeah, it's very Star Wars, like early Star Wars, prequel Star Wars, in the sense of like the Naboo stuff. Like, it looks like Naboo half the time. Like, and then you have like Han Solo with his like bunny-eared Chewbacca, who's a hot Chewbacca, which is great. They're both great, and he's basically Han Solo. It's got a lot of stuff going for it. I low-key love the politics in the prequels. Yeah, but it's also like just not fun. Like, it's kind of boring. Like, it's just not fun stuff. Like in A New Hope, it's just fun adventure. In like the prequels, it's not fun adventure. It's like politics and midi-chlorians and just like boring shit, you know. But and that's like Final Fantasy VI is like A New Hope. Final Fantasy VI is like Star Wars, the original's A New Hope, where it's just adventure. It's just fun. It's just a good time. And then 12 is like and this game is kind of like the prequels too, where it's like they just have to explain things too much, and it's just like. I think over-explaining is a half-baked thought, but how technical this game gets with explaining, I think it doesn't fit with your character. What am I trying to say? You know what? I'm gonna save this because I was thinking about some stuff today about like how your character that is a silent protagonist. How I think that is a good idea in like Zelda, but I think in this game, because you're not able to voice your opinion and you don't have any kind of conflict with what's going on in the world, and it's so detailed about what's going on in the world. It's not just like good guy, bad guy, go kill him. It's so detailed, and you're not allowed to have any kind of conflict with anything because you're just a mindless silent protagonist. I'm like, I think that is not a good thing for the game. If you're gonna have a silent protagonist, the game can't be as like detailed and lore and dialogue heavy. It needs to be just like Zelda if you're a silent protagonist, you know, where you're just going through. But this game is so opinionated and detailed, and there's so much things that are happening with characters, and it's just like you are just a silent observer through all of it, and your development is just is not very good because you're just quiet the whole freaking time. So you have to look at the side characters around you for their development. And in A Realm Reborn, their development, none of it, except for one mission with Tartaru, one mission with Alfie at the very ending with Alfie. It's like those are the only development like missions. There's like at the very end of like a Realm Reborn patch content. Like that's it. You know, where characters like you see like a different side of them. Warrior of Silence, yeah. So anyway, like I said, a half-baked idea, but I feel like I believe those things I just said. Because Vaughn's just a kid, yeah, Vaughn sucks. On the other hand, there's always Ash who wants to learn politics, and there's Balthier, definitely a lot smarter and informed than he leads on. Yeah, Balthier is the best. I really like Balthier. If he wasn't in the game, I would say the game's trash. But the game's not trash because Balthier's in it and he's interesting. And I think Ash has a lot of potential. And Fran is Fran. So you know what I'm saying. I would not agree with Mindless. I feel like they managed to give your character personality despite the silence, but it definitely is on rainy. You mean rails? You don't have a say in your character's personality, but that's true for the past Final Fantasies as well. You don't really have a say in Squall. You're right. You don't have a say in like Squall's and Cloud's personalities, but they have a personality and backstory, and they have character development, and you go through that experience through their vision. And what I'm saying, through your vision as the Warrior of Light, you're saying that you think that they do give him personality. I think maybe they do a decent job at making him a silent protagonist in an MMO and still giving you some type of a personality, but I don't think it's anywhere on par with almost any of the other Final Fantasies. Like, it's just not, it just cannot be as good because you are quiet and you don't really know your thoughts or feelings. It's just, you're just doing whatever everyone tells you to do. You have, like, absolutely, like, no say in anything, it seems like. So, they do a little bit, but it's just a little bit. I guess that, you know, it just is what it is. Like, you can't argue and try to say that, like, the Warrior of Light has, like, as good a character development as Squall or Cloud. Like, it just doesn't. And, like, later on, if there's more that I haven't learned yet, sure, maybe there's more and I'm not informed about everything about the game yet. But think about whatever I'm not informed about. Is that really going to change what I'm saying about your character just being quiet and not saying anything? Even if it is like, oh, well, actually, that's what he should do. It's like, okay, still, it's not good. It's not as good as, like, having a character that can, like, talk and has feelings and interjects those feelings and, like, has any kind of a disagreement. Like, when was the last time this Warrior of Light had a disagreement with anyone? Like, he doesn't have disagreements. He doesn't. There's no conflict in, like, in dialogue and in story with him. You know what I mean? And you know, whatever. It's just my observation. I'm not trying to say it's bad and it's like it sucks, but it's not as good as the other Final Fantasies with, like, the main character. You have the power of hindsight. I think you'd be surprised, but we'll have to see. Yeah, I honestly like I'll leave that possibility there, but, like, even if there's something that I learned that's like, oh, that's why, like, it's not going to change the fact that you're just quiet and you don't have an opinion on anything. Like, maybe honestly wait and see. Yeah, I'll wait and see. I'll leave that open, and I'll admit maybe there's things that I don't know. Sure. But, like, think about the thing that I don't know and think of, is that really going to change what I'm saying? Like, do you really think that's going to change my mind about this stuff? Maybe it will. But, like, seriously, like, is it going to really be like, oh, no. In retrospect, it's great character development to not say anything or have an opinion. Like, no, it's like, it's still not good regardless. Even if, like, but I will leave it open. I'm going to be open-minded. I'm not saying that I know that I'll never change my opinion. I might. You'll feel like your character has genuine friends. Well, also what I'm saying is in A Realm Reborn, no. Like, he doesn't have genuine friends. The only friend he has in A Realm Reborn is, like, maybe Sid. Like, that's it. Like, Sid actually had good character development. Sid had the best character development, I think. Sid's great. Like, and like, let's be clear. Like, I'm not, like, trying to say, like, this game sucks. Like, come on. I'm playing it. I love it. We're going to be doing MSQ. Everything's good. But I'm just, like, thinking about it and, like, I'm just criticizing it and critiquing it. I'm just critiquing it. And yeah, and let's do some more. And let's play more. Let's play through Heaven's Sword. Definitely willing to be wrong about this stuff. And like I said, this is kind of a half-baked idea. I was watching a YouTube video today about, like, writing and character, like, conflicts and stuff, and I was thinking about this game and how it doesn't have it. It's so interesting to see this opinion. Okay, well, I'm glad you're enjoying seeing the opinion, and I would be happy to see this change. I would almost want to clip everything I was just saying here. I might try to do that tomorrow. Clip it together, and we can have this conversation, you know, as the game progresses, and that's what I want to continue to do as the game progresses, is have these conversations. Not to say that I know I'm right and I'm gonna, like, but, like, let's see it change and let's see different things. Because also, oh man, yeah, we need to get back to MSQ, guys, because I really need to see what the hell happens with the freaking Sultana coming back to life. I'm not too happy about that, but I need to see it. I need to move on with that. I think that it's valid criticism. Thank you. I feel seen. I feel seen, Kat. Thank you. Yeah, it is what it is. We all know that A Realm Reborn's not, you know, freaking, it's not The Godfather. We all know that. It's so much so that it's kind of, I need to move on from it. I need to play more of the game so I stop just shitting on A Realm Reborn. Because, come on, we all know. Like, I don't need to continue to beat that dead horse. I've said enough about it, I feel like.